You, Danielle, said something about if someone's already doing it, I shouldn't be doing it. And I wondered if you could comment on two things. And Laura, I think too, you're kind of making the same point. We've been talking about one way to kind of scale social impact is through replication. So I wonder where that comes in. I mean, I understand the point of not wanting to do something that's already being done, but how do you feel about replicating something if it's proven successful? Like, why do something do something different? And then also, I think there's an access issue because a lot of the work I see in small community organizations is happening in larger organizations, but either the places they live are too far away, the language is wrong, the attitude of the people who are on the front lines doing the work in the bigger organizations is wrong. So I would be interested to hear your thoughts on the access issue too.
About if they're doing it where you are, right? So if it's already accessible to the people you intend to serve. So I think you're exactly right that if it's not, the flip side of that is that if you know something that's going to work, you don't need to imagine. Like if you have a favorite dish and you've cooked it 15 times, you don't need to be like, well, this time I think I'm going to try and cook it differently, right? Like I'm going to try and cook that same dish with different ingredients. Like it's ridiculous, right? So there's also, so I think about that just to qualify very much about, so for me in Brooklyn, there are really good GED programs in Brooklyn. There are really good counseling services. There are people who are better suited to do those things. And the advantage of streamlined models is that you can take them to places with fewer resources. And one of the things in thinking about model fidelity is being able to articulate not just what are the characteristics of your staff, but how do the characteristics of your staff correspond to the need of the community that you're in? Because I will have a lot of formerly incarcerated men from Brooklyn. If this project is replicated in rural Idaho, they probably shouldn't staff it that way. And so also I think being able to articulate how the elements of your program are connected to the place seems really important for that question.
And for Equine Green, it comes down again to what is our special niche, and but I completely agree with you that it should be a market for taking ideas that work and spreading it, and that's just not what we do, but believe in it wholeheartedly and tailoring it to the local community, etc.